kiss for you.
What is good, guys, and thank you for choosing Awkward Tech. I've had this bad boy now for a few months, and I gotta say I'm quite pleased with it. I feel like I've had it long enough to give you guys some of my honest opinions on it. So without further ado, guys, let's get started with the semi-review. The Apple Watch weighs in at 2.4 ounces and is made out of 7000 series aluminum. It has an Ion X glass along with a band made out of high-performance fluoroelastomer. Alright guys, now that you know what the watch is made out of, let's take a closer look at the watch. As you can see, the bottom strap has 7 holes for you to adjust to any size wrist, and the top of the band has a nice silver knob and a slit to hide any excess band. Now I'm going to show you guys how to secure it to any wrist. As you can see, I put the knob through any hole and any excess band through the slit. Once that is done, it sits very nice and clean on your wrist. I feel Apple did a great job on this part, and of course, it comes out easy as well. Now we move on to the back of the bands, and as you can see, it tells you the size on both bands, 42mm and medium/large. The bands come in and out easily with a push of a button directly on the back of the Apple Watch. On the right side, you have the crown and the power button nicely placed so that you don't feel any pain on your wrist. On the left side, you have the speaker and mic. You can play the music, hear your texts and phone calls through the speakers, and of course, talk to Siri and answer phone calls with the mic. Now onto the back of the watch. You can see right away the 205 milliamp battery as well as some writing on the back telling you the size once again, what it's made out of, and other small print. The Apple Watch is simply charged on the magnetic charger that it came with, or in my case, placed on the Omaton aluminum charging dock. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you guys want to check it out. It only costs $9.99, and I feel like it's worth every penny. One cool feature the Apple Watch has is Power Reserve Mode, which prolongs the battery life by turning off all features except the current time. To exit Power Reserve Mode, simply press and hold the side button. The 42mm Apple Watch to me feels like the perfect size. Any smaller and I feel the screen would be a pain to use. I wear the watch from when I wake up to when I sleep and do everything from cooking, working out, and even taking that midday dump. Actually, I take that back. With the band made from high-performance fluoroelastomer, I hardly even feel it on my wrist, and thanks to its weight at 2.5 ounces, it helps even more. The crown is a perfect size as well and does not budge into your wrist even while doing push-ups. One thing to note is, if you are a girl and still unsure since my wrists are most likely bigger, my girlfriend who is 5'4" says that she would prefer the 38mm one, which I could imagine being easier for her to use because of her smaller hands. With that being said, I still think the 42mm Apple Watch is a great choice. Apple decided to make their Apple Watches water resistant but not waterproof, which means you can wear it in the shower or use it in the rain and it will be fine, but you should avoid submerging it. The Apple Watch has a water resistance rating of IPX7 under IEC standard 60529. An IPX7 rating officially means it can survive in water up to 1 meter for up to 30 minutes, which is quite impressive, but I wouldn't take any chances still. Immersion in water any deeper than 1 meter or in any amount of water more than 30 minutes could end the life of your watch. To me, the Apple Watch has more than enough customization for the watch faces. You have a total of 12 different faces, with 3 of my favorite ones being the Mickey Mouse face, which actually moves his whole body, time lapse, and photo album. And I'm sure Apple will release third-party support in the near future, which will bring many more watch faces. The Apple Watch, of course, comes with Siri. I'm going to show you guys really quickly how well it works with both phone calls and texting. Hey Siri, call Ash. Hey Siri, text Ash, on my way. Hey Siri, send. Hey Siri, thank you. As you can see, it works flawlessly and is one of my favorite features on the Apple Watch. If you choose to text manually, then you get a list of preset texts that you can choose from. You can also select any emoji that the iPhone has, which is a very nice addition. Before we talk about apps, let's talk about Glances. Glances makes it easy to access many apps by swiping up on the watch face screen. Here, you can access the majority of apps, which is great for quick access. You can also choose what apps you want on Glances in the settings. One of my most used features is the built-in music player. You can easily change or choose the music of your choice and turn up or down the volume, which is very nice for when you don't want to pull your phone out to choose your favorite tune. I love being able to switch tunes without having to pull my phone out while working out. Your tunes can actually be played out of the Apple Watch itself as well, which is a nice addition. Another cool feature is the built-in activity app, which is good for tracking your calories, tracking your total steps and distance walked, total exercise time, and finally, how long you have stood up. As much as I love the idea, I feel that it doesn't track some things very well, like your total exercise time and standing time. The others, I would say, are pretty accurate. While we're talking about activity, the Apple Watch has a built-in heartbeat monitor. Now, I personally don't use this feature, but I'm sure there's a lot of you who would definitely take advantage of it. This next built-in app is great if you're always looking for directions to your next destination, and that is the Maps app. You simply type in the place you want directions to on your iPhone, and voila, it syncs to your watch and you're on your way. Now, I couldn't get it to work very good in this video, but I blame Alaska for that. But it was a whole nother story when I traveled to Seattle. It would give me directions to wherever I wanted to go, and I would get notifications when to turn and when I have reached my destination right on my watch, which was very nice because I didn't have to pull my phone out while heading to the destination. It would even talk to me the whole way. The next few apps are very basic ones, but get the job done great. The weather app is very nice and clean, and for the most part, very accurate. You can also view any photo on your iPhone that you favorite, and finally, yes, you can do Instagram on it. The most you can do is like the picture, but I was still quite impressed that you can run such an app. There are plenty more apps on the market, but I personally haven't dug deep into it. They have things like games, calculators, and much more, so definitely check it out if you do get the watch. Now on to the flaws. I honestly couldn't think of too many, which kudos to Apple, but of course, everything has to have its negatives. The first flaw is that the bottom band on my watch is very hard to take out, which can be frustrating at times because sometimes I like to switch my bands. The second flaw, which I really shouldn't add, is that it takes quite a while for the Apple Watch to boot up with a total time of 1.5 to 2 minutes. Well, good news guys, that is all the flaws I found with the watch. The Apple Watch may not be for everyone, but if you are a tech nerd like me, or if you're always on the go and have a busy life, the Apple Watch may suit you well. But if you don't do much, then you might just want to stick to your basic old school watch. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. But anyways guys, until next time.